Try taking a stroll home after nightfall, and it feels heavier at every bend. The frequency of siren echoes has increased. Another storefront was broken. An additional candlelight vigil on the municipal hall stairs. You begin to question whether danger is approaching or if you are only now becoming aware of it. Not only are certain American cities having difficulties, they are also disintegrating. Murder rates are skyrocketing, violent crime is on the rise, and in certain areas the safety net is already broken. How near the edge are you then? Remain with us, because one of these 10 U.S. cities may be yours. They are not just dangerous, but also ticking time bombs. Number 3, Memphis, Tennessee. A city that has always had music in its heart, but now sirens drown out the blues. Not only is Memphis tense, but it's also collapsing into a case study. Last year, the city saw more than 60 killings for every 100,000 residents, among the nation's highest rates of homicide. But it goes beyond the statistics. It's how commonplace shootings in broad daylight are becoming. What is causing people to avoid going after dark in entire blocks when children are caught in the crossfire? A lethal combination of gang warfare, police officers that are overworked, with a court system that is having trouble keeping up. And the scariest aspect is that for many people, this is now the norm. Violence is becoming commonplace, which should scare us all. The concern now is, if Memphis is unable to turn this around, who will come next? Because it hurts more than only when a city begins to bleed from the inside out. It disperses. Number 2, Oakland, California. Breathtaking vistas, lively culture, but underneath it, something is broken, and it's quickly spreading. Oakland. The violent crime epidemic in California is getting worse. Command. For every 100,000 inhabitants, there were more than 1,200 violent events in the city in 2023. It includes carjackings, armed robberies, and a homicide rate comparable to some conflict areas. But this is the bit that nobody discusses. It's collapse, not simply crime. In order to sleep at night, people are erecting steel fences, and businesses are escaping downtown. What happens when a city is unable to defend its citizens, and how long until even the courageous begin to flee? Even the police department acknowledges that they are overburdened. Please subscribe so that we may continue to provide you with brave, honest content before we disclose the next city. And believe us, the upcoming cities will make Oakland appear to have been a warning that we all disregarded. Number 1, St. Louis, Missouri. The city appears robust and sturdy from the top of the Gateway Arch, but something much darker is happening underneath. St. Louis, Missouri is losing, not just battling crime. The city reported over 70 homicides for every 100,000 inhabitants in 2023. This is hardly an increase. That is an ongoing crisis. St. Louis has long been considered one of America's most dangerous cities, and the more you investigate, the worse it gets. The question now is, how can a city with so much history begin to collapse so rapidly? Rows of abandoned buildings extend for blocks. Gunfire is frequent in parts of North Street. Louis, and so is police presence, stretched thin by officer shortages, delayed response times, and declining public trust. The system is breaking down, burdened by poverty, and residents feel the impact every single day. Nearly 1 in 5 residents lives below the poverty line. And in some neighborhoods, that number rises to almost 1 in 3. Underfunded schools, limited job opportunities, and generations of systemic neglect have given rise to pockets of hopelessness that fuel violence. This didn't happen by accident, it was by design. But here's the part that really hurts. For many in St. Louis, this isn't a new reality. It's everyday life. When danger becomes the norm, breaking free from it feels nearly impossible. People stop reporting crimes. Businesses close their doors early, and families leave if they have the means. So we ask you this: when does a city move from struggling to failing? The cities still to come on this list are dealing with more than just danger. Some are experiencing the early stages of collapse, and you deserve to understand what's truly unfolding.